It's too hot. It's too hot, isn't it? You plug it in, please, Mommy.
Yes.
Hello, good evening. Who is there? Hello, sis Lifer Yodge. Ano ba real name niyo po? Paano, pabaliktad ata yan? Shout out to you from Kuwait. Kumusta po yan dyan sa Kuwait, madam? Oops. Oh, Sammy's here. Hi, Sammy. How are you?
Is that Samuel Samuel?
Sammy. Ask ko po kung may messenger kayo. Pwede po kayo mag sa FB page namin. Ito po. Yeah, Sammy is here. My husband said if no Australians are joining us tonight, he won't be joining with me. He's keen to be talking to you.
Say?
Huh? I'm here then. Samuel said, I got beer ready. The bottle shops are open already. All right, my husband's just going to change his shirt.
I was in the car and it's not fixed.
He doesn't wanna look messy in front.
No.
Hello, Mary Grace Branya. Good evening. How are you? Where are you watching from? Wait lang po ha. Sorry. It's dark. We'll just... One moment, please. time, Sammy? Were you busy? Are you back to work yet? I got slap of Carlton drop. Wow, that's good. Bacolod City. Mary Grace Branya. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry ha. I don't have good memory no sa yung mga viewers natin kung taga saan. Kasi sa dami. Right. Saglit lang. So I've heard that it's cold in Australia right now. That's good for you there. Right here in the Philippines, it's really really hot. As in super hot. I was too drunk to join last time. Seriously? So what do you usually drink? Beer? Or what do Australians usually drink? Yeah, almost winter here. So when you get winter time there, like what's usually the coldest temperature you get? I don't think you have snow in your winter though, do you? I mean during your winter time. We drink FB, Carlton Draft, and vodka. Remind me what's VB rather VB? Is that a brand? Or what do you mean VB? VB. I'm trying to think. The coldest weather I have had while have been born, all right, while I have been born, is 2 degrees. All right, not bad. I experienced winter once when we were in the UK and don't like it really. I don't like. Yeah, Victoria Bitter. Okay. I don't really like cold, so I prefer the Philippines. But then, really, this time it was really, really hot. But I think I'd still prefer hot weather than cold. Really, I don't do well with cold weather. Let me just share my stream, guys, so I can get more people coming in. I don't know why it's just I'm still live with the other one. That's weird. So the only Australian we got last time was Samuel, and I was surprised. Samuel is a student. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Not booked for tonight. We just do. I'm trying to starting now. I try to do live every night if I can. But maybe the games would be twice a week only. So we did last Sunday, and it was good. Last Sunday, Samuel rather, he won I think twice or thrice. He's beaten the. He was very good with guest award. He's beaten all the Filipinas. So yeah, it was fun. Well, perhaps you could do this time, but no prize. Uh, so are you back? Are you back to work yet? If you don't mind me asking. What's wrong with this one? All right, Sammy. Nigel will be joining shortly. Right, I'll just share. Sino po andyan? Feel free to comment please, so I know who is there. Para malaman ko kung sinong andyan po. Pa-comment po ako, please. Sammy, if you are still there, somebody's asking if it's possible to know your age. How old is Sammy? That's what she's asking. Please do, thumbs up please. Thumbs up po ako. Patamsak sa mga viewer natin dyan. Thumbs up please. I am 24. Okay. He's young.
Someone 24.
Yeah.
Oh, young man.
Yes, he is young. I'm older than Nick Valerio. How old is Nick then? There you go. Your English friend is here.
Good evening, ladies. Good
And
evening,
one
gentlemen.
gentleman.
One gentleman, and good evening.
Why do we don't get anything? It's weird, isn't it?
Sam is not the same as Samuel, is he?
No, it's different.
Yeah. Is he Australian?
He's the Australian. You didn't remember.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Hi, good evening, Sis Maris. Good evening. Musta po? Evening, handsome man.
Oh, there we are. Somebody recognises.
What?
Well, something interesting. I did know about it, but I was reading today. Our Queen is 94. So at some point, the Queen will die. And then our son, who's called Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, will become king. But he probably will not be King Charles III, because you don't have to take your regal name as your first name. So he might not be King Charles. He could be King Arthur, that's one of his names. He could be Prince Philip, another of his names, or he could be King George. But I don't think he will be King George, because the Queen's father was George VI, and his grandson, who's direct in line, his son Prince William's son, is George. So he's either going to be King Charles, King Arthur, or King Philip. If I had to guess, I think he'd be King Arthur. But we shall see. And the reason he probably won't be King Charles III is that King Charles I and King Charles II both weren't very good kings. In fact, one had his head chopped off. And King Charles II was deposed as well.
King Nick Valerio.
Yeah.
How old is Nick? 22?
Who's she asking who's single or married here?
Mary Bridge is asking Sammy if he's single or married. I would say single.
Samuel was married.
No, I don't think he is.
I think he was.
He's only 24 though.
No, not Sammy. Samuel.
Samuel.
Samuel's married. I don't think Sammy's married.
Huh?
I don't think Sammy is married.
I'm taken. That's good. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Well, if ever you're not taken, there's thousands of Filipinos would love to speak to a guapo 24-year-old Australian.
Well, Samuel is still a student, so I think he's still single.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, I'm talking about Sammy now.
You're getting me confused. He said Samuel.
Samuel is a student.
Yeah.
But is Sammy a student as well?
I don't know. Are you still a student, Sammy? Because last time we were guessing what Samuel Alexander's job was or is. And then later on we found out he's a student. Political
science, clever man.
Yeah. No wonder I was very interested with politics because he keeps asking, oh, Nick Valerio. Hello, Nick. Welcome to our live. Good evening. How are you? I'm in the building. I have a job. Okay. I am in the building.
Well, so the bottlos are open now.
Are you back to normal there? I mean, everything normal, or is still some establishments are closed, or what? What's the situation in there in your place?
Some friends of mine in Lucerne sent me pictures of the traffic on the roads after they lifted some of the curfew on Monday, and it was crazy.
I guess my job. This is good. All right, let's have our other viewers. Restrictions were eased a bit the other day. All right.
Right, other viewers, guess Sammy's job. We know he's 24.
And guess what his job is. What would be your guess, darling?
I'd say he works in a butler.
You're crazy with your bottle.
And Nick Valero's a disc jockey.
Is in YouTube.
Yeah, but I think Nick Valero's a disc jockey.
You think so?
Yeah. And Sammy works in a butler.
He's a gamer, I think. Oh yeah. That's his channel. I am subscribed to your channel, Nick. Playing. You didn't have much videos though. Oh yeah, you have.
He's got lots of videos.
Yes. 40 card battles, small day. Showing the history of the footy car. Footy.
So, yeah, there we are. You see, Mary Grace Filter was a bartender.
All right, bartender. Somebody said bartender. So how long have you been on? Let me see. How long you've been on YouTube?
What was Nick Valero?
He's joined since May 2012. Favorites. And you do unboxing stuff.
So,
Right.
anybody else any ideas what Sammy does?
I would say 24. It's quite young, really. What do you think, Don?
I think he works in the hospitality industry.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Is he a sportsman, Sammy? Gym instructor. There we are.
Are you in what do you call that? Battery is low. Wait. Yeah, it could be gym instructor.
Yeah, I think he could be a gym instructor.
But it could be in hospitality.
It could be a doorman outside the bottle, a door supervisor. In England, we'd call them bouncers because they bounce you on the way out.
Let's have one. It's still young.
Very young. I wish I was that young, but knew what I know now.
What's a rock star? Gaylord. Oh, there's Blake Ryan. Hello, Blake Ryan.
Hello, Blake Ryan.
DJ. Somebody said DJ.
Yeah, I said DJ. And Mark Mares said DJ.
Who said DJ?
There you go.
No, you.
I said
Marais,
Nick Valero
okay.
was a DJ, but no,
No, we're
Sammy.
talking about Sammy. Hi guys, good evening. Good evening, Blake Ryan. All right, so we're guessing the jobs here.
Yeah, guessing the job of Sammy.
Right. What? Do you work in the? What else can I? So you're not a student. You have a job. Is it a part-time job? Maybe a. What is it? A scuba diver. Really? A full-time. Master diver. Uber driver. Oh, Sammy works at KFC. Sammy is an editor for Average Kids YouTube channel. Security guard. This is fun. So you work in a restaurant? Chocolate manufacturer. Or Samuel is here. Hello guys, good evening.
Hello, Samuel. We're trying to
Samuel.
guess what your fellow Australian mate is what his job is. And we know he's 24 and he works full time. And we've had some guesses as to what he does.
It's Sammy G rather, Sammy G FC.
Sammy GFC.
So we did yours last time, so we're gonna do Sammy this time. As I know, it's a very hard, full-on job.
There we are.
Honestly.
He's a sugar boy.
Huh.
You've heard of sugar daddies, well, he's a sugar boy.
You're being silly. You work at Subway. Restaurant? Pharmacist? No, I don't think so. What else? Which city? I think you're still from Melbourne. You're from Melbourne, Sammy, right? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, Melbourne. That's right. So you came from same city.
Yeah, all the clever ones come from Melbourne.
Inner city. Inner city. That means in the center. Is that what it means?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I think it's in hospitality. I think he's either working inside hospitality or outside as a doorman.
What else could it be? Or he could be working in a shop.
He could be a Chippendale.
What's shipping there?
Male strippers.
You need me for emergency. What's that? Ambulance driver? No.
Could be a fireman. Is he a fireman? Oh, lady, he's a fireman. Oh, how fit is that?
Well, emergency. Police. Well, definitely, I think he's a frontliner, but which frontliner it is? Nurse? Are you a cop? It's a fireman.
Fireman. Oh, well done. Well done.
All right. It's difficult to guess that one.
I've got a very good friend in England who's a fireman, and he's been really quiet because of the lockdown. There's been very few road traffic accidents, and most of his work is cutting people out of cars on the motorway, because the motorway runs very close to where we live, the M6. So he's had very few road traffic accidents. So in fact, he's been helping driving ambulances.
Right.
Yeah, Fireman Sam. Oh, well, big clap to our frontliners. Oh, of course, yes, all the fires. Oh, that was hard work. That was hard work.
No wonder he said here. What did he say earlier?
He said it was very hard.
Wait. It's a very hard, full-on job.
Yeah, those fires you had in Australia were desperately bad.
It lasted for what, months?
I think it was about 3 months of fires they had.
That was really bad. Which part of Australia is it again?
I think it was the north and the east. Must be scary when you see those fires really rip across. Forget a wind behind them.
How many people have lost their homes that time?
Firemen lose their lives fighting bushfires. Dangerous job.
There must be people also who have lost their homes.
Oh yeah, people lose their homes.
Gippsland. Why is it called Gippsland?
Must be the name of the place. Yes, so poor Australia, you've gone from terrible fires to the virus.
Well, mind you, Philippines, we've gone from, well, it's the northern part, the eruption of the volcano, Taal.
Yeah, it was,
and then we had the coronavirus.
yeah. Typhoons,
Yeah.
earthquakes, volcanoes, virus,
All the bad stuff,
all the bad
negative
stuff.
stuff. Right. So, have you got any questions there? Has someone get a question regarding politics? Blake Ryan. I don't think Blake Ryan has got a channel.
I don't think Blake Ryan's got a channel. I think the internet's a bit slow.
Maybe.
Well, I was looking at the figures for the cases and the deaths in the Philippines from the virus, and it seems to be very slowly, steady going down. The deaths are down to 776. So it was a lot lower than UK and France and Spain and Italy. So looks like the Philippines are getting on top of the virus. The real question will be, what happens when they lift the lockdown?
Well, you see people flocking to the
Mao.
yeah, which is a bad idea.
The
really.
traffic scenes in Manila were crazy. Yeah, Mary, what question have you got?
Yes, Mary Grace. Feel free to question to us rather.
Yeah. I'm sure Sammy's got some single farming friends, if that's your question. Quite happy to go up the ladder with them.
All right, so you can answer that, darling.
All right, there. What do I like about my wife?
No, what? So maybe are you asking it as a general, or I don't think she's asking it you to me, but I think in general, what do men like? You know. Oh, well, ano ba ibig sabihin mo dyan, Mary Grace? Yung nagustuhan ba niya sa akin or what? Maybe that's what she meant. All right, you answer then if it's about me. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Well, what I like about my wife, and it's typical of a lot of Filipinas, is she's very supportive, doesn't nag.
They don't like, and I don't like either.
They doesn't nag, not confrontational, very loyal, very honest, good with money. Hello, virtual extrovert. Mary Grace is asking me why I like my wife who's a Filipina.
What do I like?
Yeah.
Qualities that you like. Hello, Ma'am Ses. Good evening. Musta? Bisan unsa ra, Ma'am? Saksak sinagol. Saksak sinagol. Anything you want to ask? Kumusta man di ay? Kumusta ang Mingwanilya? Dugaya pag yun nato, mahuman, ano no? Are you looking forward to the, the lift? Ezekiel lift. GCQ namin tomorrow. Ano ba? Pero Cebu City sa ano pa no? 31st?
Yeah, some places are lifting on the 20th.
Mm.
But we're
Mura lang gyapon ECQ. Well, just treat it as ECQ gyapon oy. Ang mga tao kay nga buang. Kay murag na nga kuan. Excuse my mouth. Kanang muflak man sa dayon. Modified. All right. Pero dadi pag it's safe, gawas-gawas ron. Just stay home if you don't need anything to. You don't really need to go out. It's the best thing to do. Even if the lift they I know what do you call that? They go for SEC GCQ.
general community quarantine.
Right. So have you really answered that, darling?
Well, I gave us some of the answers.
And what are those? I forgot.
There we are. But Filipinos make very good wives.
But is it really that? Because I've read some. I've heard somebody saying that it's not really like it's Filipinos who like foreigners, but it's really it's more on foreigners liking Filipinos. How do you react to that?
I would say definitely foreigners like Filipinos, but also Filipinos tend to like foreigners because they're different from Pinoys.
What sense?
Tend to be kinder, I think. More appreciative.
Huh?
More appreciative.
Appreciative. Okay.
Yeah, kinder.
Responsible.
Yeah,
Mature.
yeah.
Yes. But I'll have. I feel drowsy really. I'll have coffee. Do you wanna try?
I'll make. That's coded language for.
No, I'll go.
Oh no, I'll make the coffee. That's coded language for. Make the coffee.
No, really.
No.
All right then. Thank you for that. I tried online dating years ago, but I had to stop after encountering guys who are busters and they prefer petite women. I am buyan. We don't know. Usually, no. A lot of people are complaining, or a lot of Filipinos are complaining about foreigners who are rude, and they just want to talk about, sexual subject, sex, matters. This is a good question. So
Next question, darling.
so for foreign men, does structure really matter? Because she said most of the foreign men she thinks prefer petite women. What do you mean structure? It's the physical what do you call that structure, Sammy? Not Sammy, Samuel rather. Sorry.
What does pure mean?
Oh, it's Bisaya. Just I don't know what's the exact translation to that, but yeah, she's saying that she tried on dating years, but she had to stop after encouraging guys who are rude and and they prefer petite women. Well, she said she's big.
She's thick.
Mm. Well, what is your honest opinion?
But my honest opinion, yeah, structure, physical builds, then better people. I would say, if I'm honest, one of the things that foreigners like is they do like petite Filipinas. But if you look at my wife, who's lovely, you wouldn't call my wife petite. the you wouldn't you wouldn't call my wife petite. She's got a beautiful face.
Again, that's subjective.
No. And she's got beautiful hair. In fact, her hair looks lovely. Black hair against the white sheets looks beautiful. But you wouldn't call her petite. So beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But I would say, I have to be honest with you, I would say the majority of
Foreigners
foreigners
like,
are like Filipinos because they're petite and small and slimish.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, Marcel used to be very slim before I saw her photos. Well, not really slim, but I was how do you call this? Yeah, way thinner or smaller,
Yeah. The thing with
reasonably smaller.
the thing with Mercy is, she's had two children, two lots of breastfeeding, two lots of pregnancy. You're going to put on weight, and it's hard to lose that weight. Although she's trying hard, she's cutting down on the rice.
Not really.
You are cutting down rice. I can see how much rice you take. That's the problem with a lot of Filipinas, is they pile their plates up with rice and then they get the rice tummy. But
then not all people would eat that much and gain weight.
yeah,
I mean, not all people who gain weight would eat that much.
yeah.
But yeah. I mean, for me, ma'am, no, dili man
Anyway, I'll
siguro.
go and make the coffee.
I don't think all men would really consider the structure, the physical build, as you say, first, really. I mean, if you establish something na, di ba, kung magka-connect mo bali ba, so I think is na what's the term irrelevant naman siguro ang irrelevant naman ang physical just like any other man, physical attraction is common. Well, we can't deny that men are visual beings talaga. So they tend to be attracted with the physical appearance first. Pero I saw a lot of a lot of Pinay na maskin tambo. Naminyo man gyud og mga foreigner. Do you think that the most Western men who are looking for a Filipino wife are more focused on the physical side? If they are looking in a specific country, is it probably for a reason? I would have to say that if a foreigner is looking for a Filipino, then I think it has something, sorry. It has something to do with how we are culture-wise. I guess not. Morley said, some Filipino women are petite. Mary said, I guess not. Yeah, hindi naman talaga mag-matter yung Depende pa rin sa lalaki. For me, ha? Pero hindi talaga natin ipagkakaila na most men, yun nga, ang tinitingnan nila, physical appearance. So yeah, getting back to Samuel's question, because I think we Filipinos are known to be caring, loving, very loyal and faithful to our partners, and very family oriented. I think that's one of the things that the partners like in us. So yeah. Have you got Filipino friends there, Samuel? Yeah, because I think that's what I hear from most of the foreigners who are specifically wanting to date and marry a Filipino. Naka-try na ba? Wala, wala dyan ka naka-try o ka ng ma'am? Assess? Tawag ani? Like, na kay na A relationship online. Yeah, we serve our ano, dahil pagsilbihan natin sila, although pero actually no, natatawa ako sa iba kasi I see some of the interviews for foreigners, why do they like Filipinas? It's like, oh, because they're a good cook, they treat you well, they how do you call, they do things for you. It's like the Filipinos would serve them kumbaga. So parang ano ba hinahanap mo, servant? Yung ipagluto, masahi, ano ba yan sa Tagalog? I-massage. Tapos ano pa ba? And all those things that, Filipinas do for their husbands. Maglaba, ano pa ba, mamlansya. So parang tig ng gituan, gipangita. No, I don't know anyone who's Filipino. Honestly, I don't know anything about the Philippines. All right. Yeah, you just mentioned one time that that your MP there was married to a Filipina who spent most of the time here in the Philippines and was like in trouble. Thank you, Aragon Gamer. Thank you. Getting to know each other. I think there's more to women than just the physical aspect. Correct. Wait. May nalampasan ako. For some men, siguro many of them seem make it a requirement. The moment they find out you are overweight, they stop communicating without giving both of you the chance to get to know each other. I think there's more to women than just the. Yes, I agree to that. Actually, mayroon nga rin akong naka-date ng Australian before. As in, nabasa ko talaga yung message niya. May message siya sa friend niya. Sorry if I speak in our language, Samuel. So may sinend siya na message sa friend niya, sabi niya na yun nga, parang may dalawa daw siya na kino-communicate or parang dinidate, something like that. Ang sabi niya, yung isa daw super petit daw, sexy, something like that. While yung isa daw medyo chubby, pero something like she's got a good job and she's smart, something like that. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, ako siguro yung tinutukoy niya. So maybe some men would really are after the physical appearance of the person or the size. Maybe to them size matters. Um, siguro if especially if mga siguro younger ones. What else is there? But yeah, definitely there are some guys out there or foreigners out there that are not. That's not one. I mean, that's not their number one consideration when it comes to finding their partner. Lucky lang yung iba na no matter how they eat, hindi nag-gain ng weight. Regarding your question about having tried being in a relationship with a foreign man, yes, I had once. He was just Older than me by 1 year, but we only lasted for 3 years. What happened? What happened next? As in, ano siya, online lang siya or have you met in person and what happened? Try again. I think it's time kasi malalaki na yung mga anak mo, di ba? Didn't work. I guess, I think maybe we did meet, okay. Baka na ano, ma'am, na tawag unsay term ani oy.
One copy.
Oh my god. My mind is not working. Intimidate or what? Na-intimidate? He was a client. All right. And then what happened next? Are you still friends or what? Maybe you were just better off having a working relationship. Mga pita. Tabang ba oy? Need more coffee, darling. That's good. But his mom and I have been best of friends until now. We chat. Asa siya from the US? I'm not being racist here, no, pero Bisayon lang ako para di kasabot sa mas prefer ko kuan European kaysa American. She keeps saying she wishes I was her daughter-in-law. US, West Virginia, okay. But at least you still have good relationship. But are you still in touch with him? Way back in- Wait lang ha, may check lang ako. Is Sammy still there? Oh, you having darling? Coffee. Is that tea or
Coffee,
coffee?
yes, my coffee.
If some men like the look of Filipino women, they might look online. So online, you will probably find Western men who are looking at the physical side, but it might not be representative of all men. That's true. Very seldom. The last time you checked is last February. What do you say? Want to say with that?
I just reading what Samuel said. If some men like the look of Filipino women, they might look online. So online,
you
you'll
will
probably find West men are looking at the physical side, but it might not be representative of all men. Well, of course, that is true. But I would say the majority of Western men that end up dating Filipinas in the Philippines, obviously, they would start off online and then come to the Philippines. That's my guess. But of course, you do get some. Men that come to the Philippines, but of course, the days of all the Americans coming to Subic Bay and Angeles Air Base, those have all long since gone. You do,
That's a very good question.
yeah.
Let's get some of your friends to speak up for themselves.
Well, yes.
But let's get this one first. Is LDR relationship difficult? Is it hard?
No.
I think it would depend on the people involved, I would say.
I mean, these days, what with Skype, FaceTime, WhatsApp, which is very good, Zoom, you know, you could be in the next room or you could be 10,000 miles away.
Yeah, but then even still, if the other person is not putting in the effort to communicate with you, then it can be difficult. It depends on how much effort that person involved in the relationship is putting in.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, but we didn't find it difficult for us, honestly, really.
No, not
So
difficult.
yeah, I would say it depends on the people involved, really, how you make it work, and uh, what are the things that you do to make it work. What are the things? Yeah, what efforts have you invested to make it work? Have you made?
How do you manage your finances? Filipino and Western culture, different views, practice in terms of finance among couples.
Can I answer that?
Well, basically, my wife looks after all the Filipino expenses and organizes all the Filipino money, and then she gives me sometimes months later a little adding up of what she spent, and I transfer the money from my Filipino bank account to her bank account.
But basically, what I earn is I save or invest.
Yeah.
Well,
So
of course, I spend some money also, but most of the expenses that we have here is on my dutiful husband.
there we are. But Mercy's told me that, and I don't mind that because she's saving it and she's investing it, and she's very
Because he knows that I don't. If I earn money, I don't like waste them.
No.
I mean,
Mercy's very good with money. She doesn't waste money, and and then the other. Oh, hello, Fencer Panda. Good evening to you.
that sounds ideal. Actually, nung una, parang feeling ko, kasi yung ibang foreigner kasi bibigyan sila ng monthly allowance, di ba? Pero sa kanya, hindi. Pero feeling ko parang mag-submit ako ng ano yung in-spend ko. Parang kakaiba siya, weird. Pero nasanay na rin ako. Pero nung bago pa, medyo weird siya. Some couple I know is practicing what's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. Really? It's more of what's his is what's his is ours. or mine. Or what's mine is mine. Anyway.
Of course, don't forget
But then it's not for everybody. He's different. Other foreigners are different. So
the other thing, of course, don't forget we have two very young children. We've got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I have to plan for after I've gone.
yes.
So one of the things I'm doing is I've got savings plans for the two children. They're tax-free saving plans and also a pension plan for my two children. That sounds a long way away, but
Ganyan siya organized.
yeah, I'm organized. And as Einstein said,
He's the most organized person that I met, that I know. Him.
Well, both myself and my oldest daughter,
He got a long list.
we like making lists. Yeah, that's it. We make lists.
Every day he's got a list of things to do.
Yeah, things to do.
Urgent things. And
I give my wife lists, but because it's normally she's very, very good. If I ask her to do something, she does it without hesitation, equivocation, or mental reservation of any kind. But during the lockdown, I have to remind her.
I'm obsessed with YouTube.
Yes, I'm a YouTube widower.
He understands that.
I'm a
What?
YouTube widower.
We just have to wait that this thing takes off, and then we're good.
Yeah, but you know, I was asking her for about 5 days how much I owe you for the fish, so I could give her the money for the fish. She went to the fish market.
Yeah, but
get
it's
her
not
fish.
really something urgent, darling. So,
Yeah, I know it's not urgent.
and it's not like I need the money back or something like that.
Yeah, but then I've got this loose end hanging up. I like make a list, tick it off, pay pay the bills, pay the rent, tick tick tick, and so
I was like that, but yeah, until lately that I got really occupied with this YouTube thing.
for occupied, read obsessed.
Samuel is saying, I'm too young, really. Often with my parents' generation, as far as I can tell, the father owns the business and the mother the properties. So if something goes wrong with the business, the house is safe.
Well, in principle, that's a good idea, but unfortunately, if you're in business and you want to borrow money, then the bank will ask for
Property.
guarantee from the property owner, cross guarantee. You're welcome. But what I do, the last thing I do, whether I'm in England or in Cebu, before I go to bed, I make a list. I make a list of things I've got to do tomorrow, and I do it every night.
And he's got his flight. Sorry, so he's got his flights planned up to next year. Supposedly next year, right?
Yes.
But unfortunately,
a lot of the flights unraveled.
cancelled.
So I've got flights that I've paid for, and
Yeah, Karen.
I've got flights that I've paid for, and the airlines have cancelled them. But the American Express very good, so you just tell American Express and they get your money back for you. Or what I've done with Cathay Pacific is I've pushed it forward.
And I think that's also the reason why our relationship has progressed so quick, because of how he is.
Yeah. Now
He likes pushing things forward, and
this person says, how do you feel
No.
knowing you gave your citizenship to a legal alien?
and you arrested. What does it mean?
I've no idea what he means. But even marrying a Filipina, it will still take 7 years for Mercy to become a
I
UK
think
citizen.
10. Isn't it 10?
I thought it was 7.
It's
A long
10.
time, anyway. Samuel, okay, well.
More politics.
Hello, Marlena. Hello there, dear.
Yes, just get it on, Samuel.
Yeah. Cheers.
Good evening, watching from Nueva Ecija. Late with me. Po, dami ng topic na pag-usapan. Okay lang po, okay lang. What's the age difference between you two? She doesn't even love you. Oh, you don't even know us. Should stop. What's that?
Right. Do I think Trump can win again? No, I
She
don't.
married you for citizenship. Okay, answer that, darling.
Right. She didn't marry me for citizenship because even married, she has to live in the UK for 7 years to get the citizenship. So you've got no idea. You don't know what you're talking about.
And tell him what my preference is, really.
And in any case, Mercy doesn't want to live in the UK. She wants to live in the Philippines. Whether she's right or wrong is another question. Samuel, do I think Trump can win again? No, I think Trump will lose. And I think Trump's losing the plot. And it wouldn't surprise me if he gets the virus.
Yeah, and she did that. She did what?
Oh.
She's an immigrant. Nah, never mind.
There we go. So there we are. I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, there's always one idiot on this channel, and you can see who the idiot is.
Don't do that now. Huh?
Right. So I don't think Trump will win. I think he's beginning to melt down, and although there's a fair chunk of people who vote for Trump, more and more people are seeing that he's not fit to be president.
So what's that idiot? What's that thing that's going online? Idiot something?
Oh, COVID, you mean?
COVID.
Yeah, COVID, yeah. But I see Trump's dosing himself now with a malaria drug. And if you look at the papers, the scientific papers, and there was a very good one published in
I'll drink water.
the New England Journal of Medicine, another paper published in China, another paper published in The Lancet, which is a very prestigious journal. They all say this malaria drug, hydroxychloroquine, doesn't help at all with the virus. And Trump's busy taking it. Very interestingly, The Lancet, which is a very prestigious medical journal, has had an editorial, and it's unheard of for a medical magazine to have a political view, and they're saying don't vote for Trump, which is really outstanding. But for him to say, oh, it'll just go away, or it's a Democrat plot. So there we are, Samuel. I don't think Trump...
999, what's your emergency? Hello, I got an... What are these
It's
people?
from political YouTube. Yeah, I'll look that up, Samuel. Having said that, you use the word can, and of course he can win again. He won the first
JJ
time.
McCall, it's
Will he win? No.
It's crazy. Right, so
Any other questions?
are you anti or pro?
Nice coffee. No, for Nigel.
Do you know him? JJ. How do you pronounce that?
No.
Makolo.
Do I have any idea who Britain's VP will be? Any preference? I have no idea, but I guess if he's clever, he'd try and get a woman vice president. Because he's got to balance up and try and make sure he keeps some of the women's vote, because of course there's allegations of sexual harassment against Biden. But again, America seems to have bad choices. I mean, last time it was Hillary the crook or Trump the idiot. Now they've got Trump the idiot, and
Why does he not stop?
and Biden, who would appear to have a flawed personality. The person I thought was a certainty to win, and I had a big bet on him because I do bet on politics, was Obama. I think he was a wonderful candidate, speaks really, really nicely.
Yeah, I know. He said it would be a woman vice president. I hope it will be, I don't know this thing. Well, Klobuchar? Klobuchar?
Yeah. Sammy, you're more up to speed with American politics than I am. I follow the English politics deeply, and I'm interested in the Philippines because I live here most of the time, and I've got a Filipino wife. But I don't follow American politics that deep. You're a political scientist, so you should be following everything.
Yes.
What's Many Things about?
He said that this guy is making another
Oh, yeah.
account just to annoy us.
Yeah, there we are.
Yes, my question ka mo, Nina.
No, don't say sorry, Samuel. It's fine.
Sorry, we'll stop many games tonight.
No,
No, you don't have to stop. I mean,
you don't have to
No.
stop. The
tomorrow we'll have a game, but not.
I'll tell you what I have got, Samuel. I have a T-shirt, and on my T-shirt is printed, "When you're born an Englishman, you've won the lottery of human life."
Did you make it up, or is there really a saying that says?
No, there we are. So, Samuel, do you know who said that? Who said when you?
Is that Charles Dickens?
No, not Charles Dickens. When you're born an Englishman, you've won the lottery of human life. Do you know who said that? He was a very, very wealthy man, incredibly wealthy.
Is he still? I presume he's dead.
Oh, he's long since dead. And he had a country named after him.
Right. Country.
Yeah, had a country named after him.
Interesting.
Mm.
I don't think I know him.
No. And he gave a load of money to charity to found people from England going to university in America, and people in America coming to university in England. And President Clinton was a recipient of this grant.
All right.
He died a long time ago. He died 100 years ago. He had a country named after him. And the quote was, "When you're born an Englishman, you won the lottery of human life." You don't know, not Gilbert and Sutherland. Right, Samuel. The person who said that was Cecil Rhodes. And Cecil Rhodes founded the Rhodes Scholarship. And as I said, and as he said that President Clinton took advantage of that. And the country was named after Cecil Rhodes was Rhodesia. And of course, Rhodesia now is Zimbabwe. And they were very, very wealthy because he owned the diamonds and gold mines in South Africa.
What's the name again?
Cecil Rhodes.
Cecil.
Cecil Rhodes, yeah, very famous Englishman, Victorian Englishman.
Doesn't sound like a masculine name.
No, it's all man.
Right. Any other? Munina, nag-sign up ka na doon sa mga dating sites na inano ko. Sinabi ko sa video. Oh, we're already 1 hour 14 minutes already.
I have to say, I'm really looking forward to May the 31st and the end of lockdown, because I haven't left the house or the garden or the little strip of road outside of the subdivision since March 14th. So I've not been...
Yeah, but even still, darling, after the May 31st, you're still not allowed to go out. Do you know that?
Well,
I think so.
well, the so I've not been out to the supermarket. I've not been anywhere.
Well, you're supposed to stay really.
Do you eat two dogs
No,
together?
don't read the comment. Just
Well-
disregard it. Just disregard. Excuse muna, ha?
Right, then where she's going.
Huh? I'll just...
So yes, I'm sick of the lockdown, fed up with it. Looking forward to going to the seaside. Looking forward to going to sit outside of the street cafe. Looking forward to going to the supermarket. Yes.
Yes, we have no bananas.
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. You want to report in the blog.
What happens to our visa? You've been in the Philippines since February,
Right,
right?
that's a good question. If you're a foreigner and you're stuck here or chosen to be, then what they've said is that providing you renew the visa 30 days after the lockdown, it's not a problem. You won't get any fines or any extra to pay. The other alternative is when you go to the airport, they just keep adding it up and keep adding it up. So the answer is not a problem with the visa. I've got 30 days after lockdown to get it renewed, no penalty. Or when I eventually get to the airport, I just have to pay the penalties. So it's not a problem. If you look on the Filipino government website, you'll see it tells foreigners not a problem about the visa. But it's a good question because obviously my visa has expired because I only have 30 days. So it's well expired now. But what I need to do is if I leave the country with my wife, when we come back into the country, we tell immigration that we're coming back in. I get a Balkabayan visa and that lasts for a year. But I didn't come back with Mercy last time. So yes, so visas are not a problem for us foreigners who either chose to be here in the Philippines or are stuck in the Philippines. At the moment, there's no international flights out. And in any case, I've got two choices. I can either be with my wife and two young children safe in quarantine in Cebu, or I can be living on my own in England in the middle of the second worst
Wait,
death rate in Europe. So I'm better off in the Philippines. Give you an idea, the Philippines, about 860 people have died of the virus. That's an underestimate, of course, but you know, maybe a few more. In England, they just announced today that it's going to be getting on for 50,000 people that have died of the virus. Yes, it is much safer here than in the UK. You're quite right. Very much safer here than in the UK.
well, we've got less cases here than there.
Yeah, and the other...
And nobody's going to look after him there.
No.
He's going to be on his own.
And then the other very sad thing is in the UK, 29 Filipino nurses have died in the UK of the virus. And also lots of OFWs have died of the virus in the UK. And
Well, my cousin is positive
and
in the
my
UK.
wife's cousin works in a care home, and she's got the virus, and she's given it to her husband and the baby as well.
Wait, sorry, she only said the husband. Don't say
Oh,
the
not
baby.
the husband. No, there we are. Well, it's a toddler, really. Anyway, children do not die of the virus. Well, question mark. I'll let you into a little secret. Viruses don't recognise borders. Viruses don't recognise race. They don't recognise religion. They don't recognise whether you're clever like Samuel or an idiot like yourself. The virus is completely undiscerning, and also interestingly as well, they analysed all the cases in New York State, which are an awful lot of them, and it would appear that getting infected 50-50 for men, 50-50 for women. So it's not whether we are man or woman, same rate. However, the death rates are greater for men than they are for women. So 2 men die for every woman that dies from coronavirus all around the world.
But I think it has to, what, something to do with
It has to do with
lifestyle.
it has to do with lifestyle, because men
Yeah.
are mixing more than women. Lifestyle, because men are more reckless, and also men are probably more likely to have high blood pressure and diabetes.
Yeah.
And
What more vices? The smoking
oh,
or
and
drinking.
smoking, yes. What's she saying there?
There's a crazy man just enter the channel. She said, I put him in timeout.
But the main thing with the virus is the older you are, the riskier it is. If you're under 60, not a problem. You've got very little to worry about, unless you're a bad diabetic or got uncontrolled hypertension.
I don't think what. Are you on school break there in Australia? What's their? I think they open their school opens in September, right? Do many people smoke in the Philippines? That's a good question. Reasonable, I think.
That's a good question. Do many people smoke in the Philippines? Cigarettes are very, very cheap here. Very, very cheap.
Well, used to be, but it is not now.
But it's still cheap.
But then, alright, it's still cheap compared to other. But you have to consider also the how do you call that?
Cost of living, yeah.
Cost of living or the
Cigarettes,
wages here. It's low.
Cigarettes have been deliberately put up in price. I would say, looking around, I would say not a lot of people smoke in the Philippines. I'd say
A lot of expats, especially Koreans too.
Koreans smoke a lot.
The
Chinese men smoke a lot. A lot of Chinese men smoke.
majority of the population also in the Philippines who smoke are those who work in the call center. Those who work in call centers, they smoke a lot.
Really?
Yes. I think it's their way of relieving from
Coping.
stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say they're allowed to smoke in the call centre.
A lot of them will smoke, those working in the call centers.
Are they allowed to smoke in the call centre?
Well, we have a smoking area.
Oh, they're smoking there. One thing I did know is when I go, sometimes when we go home to England via Manila, we stay in a hotel which has a casino in it, and the smell that comes out of the casino is terrible.
Yes.
Absolutely terrible. So they allow smoking in the casino in Manila, which surprises me. So I thought President Duterte got on top of smoking.
I think they have designated places to smoke. I'm not sure.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, you cannot just smoke anywhere and everywhere.
In the UK, you cannot smoke in cinemas, bars, cafes. restaurants, casinos. So you'd have to go outside to have a smoke. Samuel, I'll tell you what is very good, though I don't smoke. The Filipino cigars are very good. Very, very good.
How do you know it's good if you haven't tried it?
Well, because people I've given them have said they're nice. Tim said they're nice. John says they're nice.
All right. Or are they just being nice?
No, well, it might be, but having said that, they like them. Interestingly, there was some anecdotal comments that if you smoked, it might prevent you getting the virus, which I think is rubbish. But apparently, in the UK, there's a trial where they're giving people nicotine patches to see if it helps them stop getting the virus or helps if you do get the virus, which is amazing. But whether nicotine obviously is a pharmacological agent, but whether that any
What did you say? Pharmaceutical agent?
Pharmacological agent, yes. It's got drug. It's obviously a drug. Nicotine is a strong drug. It's an alkaloid. So very addictive as well. Nicotine is terribly addictive.
Well, would you say it's good then?
No, I wouldn't say.
I mean, in a not excessive amount.
Well, nicotine's a poison, so whether it's a nicotine patch or a cigarette, you don't want to be putting poison in your body.
All right.
That's just my opinion. But I'm a healthcare professional, so I'm anti-smoking.
But you've tried it though.
Oh yeah, I tried. Yeah, I smoked when I was a teenager, and then I gave up cigarettes when I was about 21, and I had the occasional cigar till I was about 30.
Good job. I hate cigarettes.
Yeah.
I can't stand cigarettes.
No, but
Allergic to
I think I put on my profile I wasn't a smoker. I wasn't a smoker, and I didn't want to date a smoker. Because when you kiss a smoker, it's like kissing an ashtray.
Did you realize that before? Or has somebody complained to you?
Well, no, because I wasn't dating.
Yeah, but back then.
No, not really. So, Samuel, why do you ask about smoke? Oh, we are. Smokers have damaged lungs and therefore do not do viruses. Well, yes, I don't disagree with you at all, Samuel, but they are trying. There was one trial about nicotine patches, and yes, I agree with you. Smokers do have damaged lungs and therefore we don't do the virus as well as non-smokers. Perfectly true. But they are doing a trial with nicotine patches. And nicotine patches wouldn't damage your lungs, but they'd have a bad effect on your blood pressure. You're going to report it.
Well, it's about 1 minute delay before you see my comments.
Well, it's a long way to Cebu from Melbourne, so it's and also as well for all our viewers, the internet's busy because everybody in lockdown already around the world is on the internet, and of course, what everyone in the internet is all in lockdown. Everyone's like this. I'm no different. My phone says to me when I go to bed, it says screen time 14 hours. 14 hours.
But
Some of that is work. some of that is
Reading.
reading,
Very true.
some's talking to friends, some is looking at the stock exchange, some's doing business, but I'm still 14 hours on the phone. So I end up with square eyes.
End up with 4 eyes.
4 eyes are us. So, ladies, us Filipinas, have you got any comments, any questions? If you're going on a dating site, send us your profile and we'll peer review it with our compliments for you.
Yeah, you can send it to our Facebook page.
Yeah. And I did have quite a few of my English friends coming over to the Philippines, but with the lockdown and international travel and one thing and another, we shall have to see it's going to happen. When I go back to England, if I wasn't a healthcare professional, I'd have to go into quarantine for 14 days. Oh yes, I sorted it. I don't have to go into quarantine.
Right, so you can go out. You can go out outside the house.
I can go outside the house, yeah.
Yeah, but then will you still allow you? Will they still allow you considering your age?
Yeah, it's not compulsory. So it means I can go into the office.
All right.
Yeah, in England,
But
when
you
the
still gotta
flying
be careful.
starts again, anyone coming from a foreign country will have to go into 14-day quarantine, but they can do the quarantine in their own home or the family's home or a hotel. And if the worst comes to worst, they'll find you somewhere. But probably like the Philippines, you have to pay for it. But because I'm a healthcare professional, I won't have to go into quarantine.
How is it? Is it better now?
Oh, you've got some things open.
No. Oh.
Yeah, the internet is slow, isn't it? Samuel, could I get a flight back to UK if I wanted to? Right. At the moment, no. But they did have some repatriation flights. But at the moment, I couldn't get a flight back to UK even if I wanted to.
You could, you say.
No, I can't. Not now. I could have got a flight. There was a couple of flights in April from Manila and a couple of flights from Cebu for foreigners wanted to go elsewhere, but I couldn't get a flight back to UK even if I wanted to at the moment. But I'm better off in the Philippines. It's more fun in the Philippines.
Well, not at the moment.
Even at the moment, it's still more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, so the travels wouldn't be back to normal really for
Flying won't be
years.
back to normal. There'll be disruption for months and years after this. Very interesting question is, will air travel be cheaper because there's seats galore, nobody wants to fly, or will it be more expensive because the airlines have got to try and get as much money as they can before they go bust?
What do you think?
I think economy class tickets will be more expensive, and I think business class seats will be less expensive. Also, as well, I think domestic flights will be a little bit more expensive. It's the international flights where we're going to get this dichotomy or variation in prices. but I think we're going to see some airlines go bust.
I think that's very likely.
Well, Virgin Australia went into administration, but it'll probably be rescued. Virgin Atlantic's going to go into administration.
Yeah, sadly, economy is, really affected.
Right.
It's 9:51 right now. I wonder how the little video is. Can you tell me the exact time to the second on your computer? 9:51. Let me just try one moment. I think I got some other stuff open that's making it slow. Yes. I hope it's better now.
Yeah, my wife had got too much open and open book.
So when was the last time you said you were in England, Sammy? Or Samuel? I get confused with Sammy and Samuel. How often do you visit England? One 137. Yes, nasa Pinas lang, sa Cebu. Cebu lang kami. Saan ka ulit, sis? Ikaw, sis, nag-sign up ka ba sa dating sites? Saan dating sites ka sign up? I was in England from Christmas to late January. I usually go once a year. All right.
Oh, there we are. You'll have to let me know when you're next going to be in England, and I'll buy you dinner.
Okay, you get on well.
Well, there we are.
Talk a lot about politics.
Well, I said I was going to take him to House of Commons.
Butuan ako, alright. Thank you guys. Need to go back to work. Stay well and
Yeah,
safe.
there we are.
Thank
And
you, Ma'am Ses. Ingat, San.
I think it's speeded up since you did that. Yeah, I think it's good stuff over.
Just see. Ingat, ingat. What was your first impression of the UK when you moved there? And Nigel, what was your first impression of the Philippines?
Well, my first impression of the Philippines was that two things really. I couldn't believe the amount of street food, and there's street food everywhere. There's Filipinos eat on the go, and also it wasn't that it was scruffy or dirty or a bit unkempt. I mean, you go to somewhere like Singapore and you could eat your dinner off the pavement in Singapore. It's so no graffiti there. But the Philippines is a third world country, and you know it's tatty and dirty, and you've got the street food. It's easy street food everywhere. The other thing as well that you get from the Philippines, as soon as you get off the plane, is how friendly people are. You know, you come off the plane, you just look at somebody and they says, "Oh, hello, welcome to the Philippines." The Filipino people are so friendly; they're so warm. Um, you know, that's the first. So you notice how nice the people are, and you start to notice the differences. So that was the three things I noticed. First things, one, immediately how friendly people were. Two, how dirty and tatty everywhere was. And the third thing was the amount of street food everywhere. Um, and so, Mercy, what was
Well,
your first impression of England?
well, as to me, with regards to the people, I was surprised how friendly, polite they are, or you are. Because especially your friends or the neighbors, like they approach to me and say that if you've got any problems, don't hesitate to come to us and let us know what you need and blah blah blah. So yeah, I was really surprised with that, and they're very nice. Yeah, very polite. I think that's nature of English people. Would you say?
English people are polite as a generality, and also as well, Filipinos are very highly regarded in the UK because people have met Filipinos on cruises, they met Filipinos in hospitals, they met Filipinos looking after their mum or dad in care homes, and so people got great respect for Filipinos. So you know, it's not a problem.
And I'm also surprised the amount of rural areas that you got in England.
Oh yes, my wife couldn't believe how much green there was in England.
Yeah,
England's green and pleasant land.
yeah,
If you remember the song Jerusalem,
yeah.
anyway, Samuel, what was your first impression of the UK?
Well, he was born in the UK, I think.
No, I thought he was born in Australia. I'm sure he was born in Australia.
Oh yeah, I think he was born in Australia. Yes. Oh, how? Well, yeah. If you were born in Australia, how old were you when you first came to the UK?
So if you close the music, would that help?
What music?
You've got that up there.
Oh yeah, I don't know why. Hmm.
It's definitely very slow. I'm sorry the internet's so slow tonight. It really is. It's slow. I've never known it so slow, so I apologise to everyone that it is slow. But as my son says, it is what it is.
You have to deal with it.
It's not. We couldn't even play a game if we wanted to. It's not going fast enough. Each game would take about an hour. It's that slow. Yeah, just close as much as you can down.
What's this? All right. I was born in Melbourne, but I went to the UK for the first time when I was 3, so I don't really remember my first impression. I think we came over in a ferry from ferry. That's a long way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, the Miss Sophisticated here. We've been to Germany and Holland a couple
No,
of times, but we go on the shuttle. So we go on the Channel Tunnel. We drive our car onto the train, and then we drive our car off the train at the other end. And the Euro Shuttle at Channel Tunnel is very, very good. We've been on ferries, obviously, in the Philippines.
yeah.
I think the ferries in the Philippines are very good. We've been on the ferry to Bantaran, we've been on the ferry to Negros, and we've been on the ferry to Camotes. I like Bantaran, I like Camotes. Oh, and is it 2 or 3 times Bahol?
Yeah, we've been twice to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
twice to Bahol. No, I think we've been 3 times. I think we've been 3 times Bahol. Yeah, Bahol's nice. The Bangalore's nice. The Lobeck River is good. Cruise down the river, that's really good fun. See the tasers, they're really good. The beehive farm, where there's no beehives anymore, that's good. Yeah, Bahol's a good place to go for. I mean, you can go for a day trip, but it's a bit of an awful long day, and you don't really want to go on 2 ferry trips in one day.
You can't do much really. What you're gonna do?
No, so you want to go for a few days to Bahol, and you go on a ferry, or you.
Oh, question for Samuel: which other countries have you been to? What would you say is your favorite country? Canada. You said you like Canada.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Right. I like Madeira, which is an island in the Atlantic. Very nice, volcanic island. Like a lot of the islands in Philippines, but more dramatic. I liked Vancouver in British Columbia in Canada. That was very good. I liked Key West in America. I really loved where the
San
Alamo.
Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio, where the Alamo is. I was invited to a Masonic meeting in the Alamo in San Antonio, and that was really nice. I really liked San Antonio. The Riverwalk's lovely there. It's very, very good. So I like San Antonio a lot. San Antonio's Texas. I liked Austria.
Yeah, I've heard Australia.
Sound of
nice.
Music. The hills are alive with the Sound of Music. Austria's very nice.
I think a lot of nice places in Europe. Really.
Germany's nice. West Germany, Westphalia is very nice. Been there several times.
I think Switzerland is nice, but we've never been there.
Belgium's nice if you like drinking beer. My son loves Antwerp, seeing have all different kinds of beer. France is lovely for the chateaus. The Loire Valley and the French chateaus are wonderful, and the food is very good in France. The wine, the cheese. But one thing I have observed all around the world is normally capitals are horrible, dirty, expensive, and a little bit tiny dangerous. Having said that, Rome was very nice, and the Tivoli fountains was good. I like Rome. Rome was very good. I went to Sicily many years ago, and that was good. I went and stayed with a mafia family, but that was another story.
Sicily.
Yeah.
Italy.
Very hot Sicily. Right on the toe of Italy.
Never been to Greece, have you?
Yeah, I've been to Greece. Greece is hot and dirty. People are friendly enough.
Cyprus, not yet.
I've been to Cyprus, yes.
Cypriot.
Greek Cypriots are lovely.
Cypriot.
Yes. Well, Cyprus is divided into two. There's a Turkish bit and there's a Greek bit. So yes, there's a lot of nice places to go to in Europe. Switzerland is very clean, very expensive, very pretty,
Yeah,
very
I
mountainous.
think nature-wise, it's very nice there.
Yes. Italy's nice.
I wonder what do you like with this one?
There's some wonderful places to go. There we go. USA, Canada, Mexico, Caribbean countries, I remember the names of UK, France, Spain, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Belgium.
He's well-traveled person.
You're well-travelled.
He's worldwide, no wonder.
Yeah, you're very well-travelled, Samuel. I've got Lithuanian friends, and I went to Lithuania, and that was really nice. I really like Lithuania. Lithuania is very green, lots of wood, and nice people in Lithuania. That I enjoyed Lithuania a lot.
Oh, there's still more here. Switzerland, where's Liechtenstein, or how do you pronounce that?
Liechtenstein. It's a very small.
Einstein.
Yeah, it's a very small place in between the two European Union countries.
He is well-traveled.
Yes,
UAE, Qatar, Vietnam, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Czech Republic. Wow.
Vietnam, Mercy and I want to go to Vietnam, and we want to go on on a boat on the Mekong River. And yes, so
they said Vietnam is an interesting place.
Yeah, we want to go to Vietnam. Hong Kong, I've been to many times, but I've never gone out to the airport. So I have said to the children, when this is all over, we'll go to Disneyland in Hong Kong. New Zealand is on my bucket list. New Zealand wine is wonderful. New Zealand do a lovely Sauvignon Blanc, very nice, and the Pinot Noir, which is Lafite Burgundy grape, is very nice in Hong Kong. Czech Republic I've been to many times, and the Czech Republic's nice. I went to Pardubice, where they have the Czech Grand National, which is about a 9-mile long race. And it's also where they used to make the Semtex explosive. Pardubice. The factory makes Semtex explosive.
Where is it?
Pardubice.
Where is that?
Czechoslovakia. Middle of nowhere. But they have the Czech Grand National there, so I went to that with Nick, the accountant.
Caribbean's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, Caribbean. Some nice Caribbean islands. Very nice. I've always wanted to go to Cuba to see Cuba. That'd be very interesting.
Hong Kong is nice, but it's expensive.
Yeah, these city-states have got expensive. Singapore's expensive. Hong Kong is nice, expensive. But yes, I want to go to Hong Kong, and want to go to Hong Kong and
Estonia.
Right. Estonia's a Baltic state. There's three.
Is it near Georgia?
No, it's near Lithuania. You've got 3 Baltic states next to each other, which Russia had taken over between the First World War and the breakup of the USSR. And that's Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania.
Oh, wow.
And so
right.
Norway, I've not been to Norway. I've been to Sweden. Stockholm was the lovely capital city. Stockholm is like most capital cities on the river, but of course it's also like a lot of capital cities like Manila and London, the rivers also flows out to the sea. Stockholm is on an archipelago of islands. Stockholm is really nice, and I have said I'd go with my eldest son to Stockholm for a long weekend for a few days. We were going to go there for his birthday, but I took him to Las Vegas instead. But Denmark I was disappointed with. And
Why is it?
well, I went to Copenhagen. I went to see the Little Mermaid, and the Little Mermaid is a tiny little thing. And it's I'm not surprised someone tried to cut the Little Mermaid's head off. It's
What do you mean Little Mermaid?
and the Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, they were pretty disappointing as well. So I was disappointed in Denmark, but I did like Sweden an awful lot, and I liked Finland as well. I went on a sleigh drawn by huskies. That was good fun. But Norway I've not been to. What is really nice is you can get a boat up the fields. But of course, because there's coronavirus, I don't think a lot of people will be going on cruises for a long time.
No. Probably not until the vaccine is available.
Yes.
I wonder what the cost of the vaccine would be. Very expensive.
Well, I don't think the virus. I don't think it'll be that expensive because they can make hundreds of millions of doses, and so they get the. I would think the vaccine will probably be. Most places in the world will be about $20 US, and in America, because where they overcharge everything, and the American healthcare is a rip-off, it'll probably be $100. Seriously, the American healthcare is the most expensive healthcare system in the world. You can go into emergency and have 4 stitches in your hand, and by the time you've finished and come out, it's $2,000 US. Very expensive.
Of what?
Just a few stitches in your
stitches,
hand. Yeah. American healthcare is very, very expensive.
Why is it? Is it the government or what?
No, it's private. It's private, and
Oh, that's also because the government don't subsidize in it.
well, they do and they don't. But there's this thing called Obamacare, but it's a terrible scandal how bad the healthcare is in America, unless you're very wealthy.
I thought they had a reform.
Well, Obama tried to reform it, but Trump's trying to wind it all back.
He's a businessman.
Well, he's a crook. He's don't bother with the rest of Australia and support towns affected by the bushfires. It'll be more charity than anything.
Come to Australia first, Sydney, Melbourne, and Canberra. Don't bother with the rest of Australia unless you want to support towns affected by the bushfires. It would be charity more than anything.
Yeah, we're definitely going to come to Australia and see the bottle shops for ourselves. And also, we want to go to North Island and South Island and New Zealand. And for our Filipinos that are watching, New Zealand is 2 islands, and the north is very different to the south geographically. And of course, I think in New Zealand they've got more sheep than people.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I know they've got more sheep than people. New Zealand lamb is famous.
I think it's colder there than Australia, is it?
I think it's, well, it depends which island you're on, but I think New Zealand is cooler than Australia. That's one thing I miss in the Philippines is nice lamb. The lamb in England's the lamb in England's lovely. And
what's the other place in Australia that I know? Queensland. What's Queensland like?
that's the north.
What else?
Great Barrier Reef.
There's another one. There's a Filipino blogger that's married to an Australian guy. I'm not sure where she is.
Perth.
No, not Perth. Adelaide, I think.
Adelaide. Adelaide.
I'm not sure. Maybe skip Queensland. Yeah, but I think Sydney is definitely nice.
Yeah. Well, if we went to Australia, we could have some time in Sydney, some time in Melbourne, and some time in Canberra, and have to look on TripAdvisor, see what are nice hotels.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a place that we went to that we really liked was Taiwan.
Yeah.
We liked Taiwan a lot. And interestingly, Taiwan has got on top of the virus because they didn't trust the Chinese and they locked down on January the 31st.
But they open up.
Yeah, they were not to people from outside, but they in the country. They're yeah.
Excuse me. I think we'll be ending soon, unless you.
Yeah, I think so. Next time we'll play some games because I know we like games with giveaways, and so thank you all very much for listening to us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the chat. Whether you're Filipino interested in dating or whether you're an Australian interested in politics and bottle shops.
I think they're gone already.
Yeah. So good night to you all. Thank you for joining. You're all most very welcome. And remember, give us the likes. Thumbs up. Good night.
All
to
right,
you all.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Night, night.
Thank you, Samuel, for spending your night with us. Maris, thank you. Sino pa dyan? Because we are on our 2 hours already.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, guys. Sorry, darling. You both still there?